What's up there guys, it's Mac, hope you guys are well. This video is about the Nintendo Direct. This is the first Direct of the this is Nintendo's first Direct of 2019. It's been very anticipated. It was only announced, I believe, yesterday, and a lot of people have been wondering whether it's going to be a Direct or not ever since Nintendo did that, all of those tweets, and they gave a few release dates such as Yoshi's Crafted World and such like, and games like that. They just announced it. But there is definitely a Nintendo Direct. It was pretty awesome. I think in total I've got about 2 pages worth of notes that I quickly just took as it was happening. I've got 27 games, but even then I believe there was a few tiny indie titles that I may have missed, so probably let's say maybe 29 games announced in total. But I've got 27 here that I'm going to run through, and some phenomenal ones. It was Wednesday the 13th of February 2019 in the UK. In GMT time it was 10 PM, and so it just literally just finished, and I want to quickly just do my give my thoughts on the games that were announced and what I thought about it. I appreciate that you can obviously just go and watch a Direct if you wanted to, but anyone that is watching my video in regards to the list, and I will go through the entire list that I have. I took my notes and everything, so yeah, I will appreciate if you do watch it. So I appreciate the ones the guys that are watching it. But anyway guys, let's get into this. This is Nintendo Direct 2019, and it was a 30-minute long Direct. Drop that intro. Okay, so mainly it was a bunch of summer releases. I noticed that they got that section covered a lot, so not much of the winter stuff or holiday stuff. So there was no announcement of Spyro, even though there was a heavy rumor about it being leaked in a German GameStop, I believe, information, so a retailer there. But there's no information about the Spyro trilogy coming to the Switch. There's also no Metroid trilogy. Unfortunately, Metroid Prime trilogy, I would have loved to have seen that. Apparently it's been complete since December, but that hasn't, there's a no-show for that. And people keep saying there's so many Wii U ports. No Wii U ports, guys. Absolutely zero Wii U ports. So here you go, you know, it does happen. So, and there was no 3DS stuff, so that was pretty cool. I do like the fact that they are not focusing on the 3DS or the DS line. It's good that they're moving on from that. But in general, yeah, no Animal Crossing and no Pokemon. I gather that the Pokemon and Animal Crossing will be done at a later event. They do at least about 3 Directs per year. So you've got the Pokemon coming, Pokemon 1 is going to be on its own, I believe. And you've got Animal Crossing and possibly others during Christmas time to announce, or some big titles. And you've got, I believe you've got E3 only 4 months away, so you know, don't worry about it, there's plenty of time for all of those big announcements and other bigger games, but plenty of games to talk through. Kicking off with Super Mario Maker 2 for June 2019 release. I've not played the first one, I played it briefly. I just thought it's a phenomenal game, and it needs that Switch port, and they did one better. They just made a part 2, a bit like how Splatoon didn't get a port, they just made a part 2 directly to it. Which makes me believe that I do want to play the first one at some stage and get a bit more grips with it. But I do like the fact that they are bringing in Cat Suit and all of that from Super Mario 3D World, which gives me the impression that they might bring in Mario 3D Land or 3D World from the Wii U at some point. Here's hoping, but if they do, but they do have those elements inside the Mario Maker 2, so obviously it's more of a 2D plane mashup of different levels that you create, so it makes sense that they will incorporate the newer 3D flat 2D games and the new Super Mario Brothers line into that game. We know about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, that's coming with 4-player online, so that's pretty cool, and then that's for a summer 2019 release. You got Box Boy and Box Girl, it's I believe an indie title. That's coming out in April 26th. It's very similar to Snipper Clips if you've played that. That's what I can match it to. A few new amiibos as well came out. They announced that. I think it included Snake and some others, but yeah, there was a few announcements of that. The fifth thing I got here is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. There's a free update. They're finally going to increase that to 2 players multiplayer. It was originally 1 player with a second player just literally just chucking little, I don't know what it is, like fruits or whatever to attack. Now they've actually got 2 characters, 2 toads walking in the same world, which, to be honest, they should have done that from the start as a deluxe package from the Wii U port, but by fair game, they are doing it as a free update, so that's pretty cool. And there's also a DLC update as well, which you can pay for, and that comes out on the 14th of March, and that's 5 new worlds they can play in Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. The first level of which comes out now, so later today. A lot of stuff were coming out later today as well, so that's literally day 1, so think about that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, 5 new levels if you want to pay for it, and that's cool. I do like it when they add more to the game, so a person that's completed the game got everything out of it and want to experience the same world but with a different world and a different map to try out. Say like for Odyssey, you complete that everything and you want to play a new level in that, they add in about 5 new levels. That would be really cool. A cool way to add to the franchise and not trying to get microtransactions out of a customer. This is something that you passionately completed and you want to carry on playing. So it's for those customers, so for those players that want to carry on with that, they can go ahead and get that if they want. I do like the fact that they are using DLC in a good way with Nintendo, the way they're doing it, rather than obviously using it in a way that just basically just extortionates money from the customer. You know, you don't want to buy a $60 game and then have to pay $50 and whatever for extra DLC, but in this sense it's fine because essentially you're getting more bang for your buck. So you know, you want to play more of the game. Anyway, number 6 is Bloodstained. It's like a Castlevania style of a game coming out summer 2019. You've got number 7, you've got Dragon Quest Builders 2. That's coming out for July 12th, 2019 release. I know a few of my friends that absolutely love that game. It's like Minecraft with Dragon Quest elements and skins and a style of that, a mashup between the two. So it's cool that they're making a part 2 to that. Not really my type of game, but I know a few people that absolutely love that game. So yeah, just that's another cool one. Disney's Tsum Tsum Festival. I don't know what that game was. It was like some mobile phone type garb. It was a Bandai Namco game, but yeah, it looked like garbage to me. Number 10 was Starlink. Was it Starlink? I haven't played my Starlink yet. Starlink update, which allows, coming on April 2019, it allows all the Star Fox characters, like the additional characters that they have within his team, to play through Star Fox's missions. And the Wolf guy is going to be making their life difficult. So they said there's more to come on that, so stay tuned for that one, I guess. But that's all we know so far. Number 11, I've got Rune Factory. It's like another indie RPG type of a game coming out later this year. And you got Rune Factory 5, which has been announced as in development. So for RPG guys out there, definitely that's one for them to look forward to. Not personally for me, but yeah, that's quite cool. Number 12, we got Oninaki. So that's a summer 2019 release. And then next we got Yoshi Crafted World, which actually we know about the release date, but that's coming out on March 29th, and there's actually a demo that's coming out later today, so you can play the demo, which is pretty cool. On to the next page. Okay, so number 14, we have Fire Emblem 3 Houses. So that's coming out July 26th. They gave a lot of information about that game for the Fire Emblem fans out there. Definitely something for them to sort of feast on, but I'm not really into the franchise myself, so but cool that they have that. And number 15, we have Tetris 99. Now this is really cool. This is for only Nintendo Online members, so everyone that's playing the Nintendo Online membership fee to have online capabilities for the entire year. It's called the Nintendo Switch Online. You get obviously the free NES games, but this is cool. This is an exclusive new game that's coming that's actually not part of the NES classic games or not even a SNES game. It's just literally a brand new sort of indie style Tetris game that looks really cool. It's competitive, you can play online, and it's available now, I believe from later today. So, and it's only exclusive to members only, so that's quite cool. I'm a Nintendo Switch Online member, so I feel a bit privileged to be able to download that over others, but it's quite cool. I know my brother absolutely loves Tetris, so this will be a fun one, and a fun one for them to play rather than having to get Puyo Puyo Tetris, which obviously is a full price game. So that's one way to get into Tetris for fun. You got another one that came after that. You got number 16, an indie game. It was called Dead by Daylight, some sort of like a action horror style of a game, coming out in the fall 2019. Next up we had Delta, what was it? Deltarune Chapter 1, indie game style, February 28th. Next we have Daemon X Machina. So this one was quite cool. Initially they said it was coming 2019, and now they're giving it a summer release of 2019, so that's pretty cool. And there's a demo that's available right now, so anyone that wants to play that definitely can go ahead and get that downloaded, and they can play that on later on today. That's pretty cool. Number 19 we have, this is more of a people that love real style racing, so Forza and stuff like that. This is Grid Autosport. It's a realistic racing game for the Nintendo Switch, and it's coming out summer 2019. So anyone that wants to have realistic racing on the go, they can do 2-player split screen. They can't do 4-player split screen, but yeah, that's another option for them now. Number 20, I've got Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. I believe that's an Xbox exclusive, Microsoft exclusive game that's now coming out on Nintendo Switch, so that's quite cool. Number 21, you got Mortal Kombat 11 coming out on the April 2019. Looking forward to that game. I believe if you pre-order it on the Switch, you get what's his name? Is it Goru? Oh, no, sorry, it's Shao Kahn. Sorry, Shao Kahn. You get him as a DLC character. That's pre-order bonus if you pre-order that game. So that's quite cool. Number 22, you got Unravel 2, another indie type game coming on March 22nd. And 23, I've got Assassin's Creed 3. This is pretty cool. This is the game plus all the DLC for the May 23rd this year, so that's really awesome. Anyone that loves Assassin's Creed, this is like the definitive edition coming straight to the Switch, and you know, you've got an Assassin's Creed game now, so that's a really good third-party support right there. Number 24, you got Final Fantasy 7 coming out in March, and you got 25, Final Fantasy 9 coming out later today, so that's coming out some point today, so that's pretty awesome for Final Fantasy fans out there. Number 26, you got Astral Chain. It looked like a 2-player action style of a game. It looked a bit like I forgot the game that was on the Wii, but I think it was called a Sin and Punishment. It looks a bit like that, a really cool sort of Japanese style action adventure on rail shooter style of a game. So that looks pretty cool. That's coming out August 2019. And then they took a bit of a break, and then they came back with whoa, they took a break for that one, and then they took another break, and they came out with the last game. This game, oh man, I mean, I thought a little, no, what's it, Super Mario Maker 2 with the opening, and they opened up with that. I thought that blew my mind. This is Zelda, obviously the 2D Zelda game that we were expecting. They actually announced something, and little did we know it was actually going to be a remake. I mean, Link's Awakening, first time in 3D. It's a Game Boy game from 1993. They were saying 26 years later, there's a chance for it to be reborn for the newer players. So the art style is a bit weird. It's a bit like Final Fantasy 15, you know, the mobile version where they're all like miniature people. So it looks a bit like that, or it looks like, you know, the Pocket Gears of War type of a game. It looks like that type of art style. But I can imagine that anything in that 3D element and that 3D world looks way better than that black and white Game Boy one. I believe they released Link's Awakening in Game Boy Color as a deluxe version, and I was actually looking to get that, and then I was like, because I want to play through all the Zelda franchises, the ones that obviously I missed, I want to carry on, catch up with them, and the ones that I played, obviously I got them. But luckily I didn't buy that one because the graphics was so, you know, obviously it's a Game Boy, so obviously it's hard to actually get into an old Zelda game that I haven't played, especially when it's so old graphics. And this is going to give me the chance to actually experience that game, because a lot of people say it's an amazing game, and I can actually play it now in on the Switch, on the go, in 3D. Yeah, the graphics may be a bit odd, but it is still a 3D, fully fledged, colored game, a Zelda game. So I'm looking really forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing more clips of it, because it was a very short clip that they showed. So Link's Awakening 3D. Coming out in 2019. I don't think they gave a date for that, just said 2019. So yeah, by the way, that's a pretty cool announcement there, and that was pretty much it. So yeah, I mean, a lot of summer titles. Like I said before, it seems that they're not going to be showing much this Christmas's games, but that will come in obviously in later announcements, possibly like the E3, and obviously the next Direct as well. So anyway guys, that was my Nintendo Direct overview. It was a 30-minute long overview. I have at least 27 games and amiibo announcements on my list, so almost 27 games you're looking at. So that's, I think it was a healthy chunk of games that they announced there. A bit for everyone, some exclusive stuff, a lot of stuff coming out today. So yeah man, I mean, if you're not happy with that, there's always going to be people that's not going to be happy with Nintendo Switch Online and Nintendo's Directs, because they expect way too much. But I think they delivered a very good Direct. So yeah, I mean, just enjoy it guys. You know, this is information for us for this year. Nothing that's so far in the future. This is for us to play coming up in the next few months. So looking really forward to it. And yeah, enjoy it guys. Anyway guys, I got Captain Toad myself. I'm going to definitely enjoy playing that 2 players as well, so I'm really happy about that. I picked it up recently, haven't played it yet, but looking forward to playing it. So anyway guys, yeah, that's my overview of Nintendo Direct. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I really appreciate you guys for watching it. So thank you very much if you tuned into my special video about it. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate all of my subscribers, so thank you very much for that. And do check out my other videos. I do a lot of Switch content at the moment, a lot of game reviews coming out. And yeah, until next time, take care guys. This is Mac. Peace out.